So him and Hespa start getting into it, and then Kavoth jumps in, and you get the, Hespa's eyes flash, and despite my better judgment, I decided to jump in. Fine, I interrupted, looking at Daydan. If you got a better idea for finding these folk, let's hear it. Let's talk it over like adults. My interjection didn't slow Daydan down the least bit. It just pointed him in my direction. What would you know about adults, he said. I'm sick and tired of being talked down to by some boy who probably doesn't even have hair on his balls yet. And Kavoth, I'm sure if the mayor had known how hairy your balls were, he would have put you in charge, I said with what I hoped was infuriating calmness. Unfortunately, it seems he missed that fact and decided on me instead. Daydan drew a breath, but Tempe broke in before he could start. Balls, Daydim said curiously. What is balls? All the air went out of Daydan in a rush, and he turned to look at Tempe, half irritated, half amused. The big mercenary chuckled and made a very clear motion between his legs with a cupped hand. You know, balls. Big, juicy plums. He said without a trace of self-consciousness. Fucking classic line. And he's like, Tempe said, nodding to show his understanding. Why is the mayor looking at hairy balls? A pause, and then a storm of laughter rolled through our camp, exploding and, getting rid of all the tension in the air.
Yeah, that's so funny, man. It's so great.
Yeah.
Where they're basically falling on the floor, rolling around, laughing.
Yeah, that's a genuinely hilarious moment in the story. Like, I mean, you get it kind of back to back because you get the boy with the ass who fell off, and then you get fucking Tempe in here with the fucking hairy balls line, which is fucking just hilarious. Yeah.
The mayor's literally like having dudes walk through a room and staring at their nuts.
Such kind of shit we would say. Like, I don't get this. Why is he looking at hairy balls? Why is he using hairy balls to make his decisions? This seems like a terrible way to choose who's in charge.
He's got like a some type of scale, like a
lob them out, boys.
Or some type of apparatus that measures the hairiness.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, not bad.
Yeah, and so I ducked back below the ridgeline, was surprised to feel no fear at all. I turned to Martin and saw his eyes were a little wild. How many do you think there are? I asked, and he goes through the numbers, and it's between 10 to 30. So at best we're outnumbered 2-1. I said, do you like those odds? His eyes moved to the ridgeline, then back to me. I'd take 2-1. We've got surprise. We're right up close. He paused and coughed into his sleeve and spat. But there's 20 of them down there. I can feel it in my balls. It's a good thing that the mayor was like picking guys after checking on their balls, because he was right. He picked a good man who's got, can feel numbers in his balls. So that was a good choice. And I wonder what the mayor saw in his balls that gave him that knowledge that Martin would be able to count troops by feelings in his balls.
Well, we talked about it. It's like the Magic 8-Ball type thing, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
he looks for.
Yeah, but there's got to be something to it. Like when you're jostling them around, giving them a little shake. Like, what does it tell you? Like, what kind of superpowers do those balls have?
It's something that only people like Maer Alveron are hip to. They know how to read balls.
That's a good superpower for balls. I mean, you don't expect balls to have many superpowers, but being able to count numbers of troops is a good one for what they're doing.
Well, imagine like there are palm readers out there. There's ball readers, man. It's just thinking about it sounds very uncomfortable, but someone being able to all this vein here,
and it's only the mayor who can do it. Like, no one believes him. Like, he's like, hey, drop them drawers, let me see them balls. Like, yeah, okay, dude. It's like, no, it's not like that. I can figure things out by looking at your testes.
Jesus.
It's like, I would have never believed it, but when I got there, like, I could see like 10 men, but in my balls, I knew there was 25.
Yeah. And then the mayor would be like, yes, you are right. Yeah. It was in your balls.
That's why I picked you.
Trust
why I
that.
picked you.
Yeah.
Never doubt me again. But yeah, and then it's like, merciful Lord, she said breathlessly. It's all true then, isn't it? Every word. How did you get away from her? Penny asked. Oh, come on, Penny. The fiddler cried out in disbelief. You aren't buying this pup story, are you? Lucy turned and spoke hotly. There's a look a man has when he knows his way around a woman, Ben Creighton. Not that you would know. When this one was here a couple span ago, I liked his face and thought I'd have a roll with him. When I tried to trip him up, she trailed off, seemingly at a loss for words. I remember that, the man at the bar called out. Funniest damn thing. Thought he was going to piss himself. Couldn't say a word to her. So he found some farmer's daughter since then. It don't mean, but I love that aspect. They're like, look, there's a look when a man has banged it out a few times. And this kid has fucking banged it out.
I love the fact that they're talking all about this with him right there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I thought he was going to piss in his pants. And it's like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you look like a fucking idiot. And so he fucking found some farmer's daughter. Don't mean shit. It's like, dude, he's right here. You know, if it were me in that position, I'd get a little uncomfortable with all these people talking shit or talking about me as I'm sitting right there.
Tempe should have jumped in like, yeah, and he's got these big hairy balls now. That's why the mayor put him in charge. You should see his balls; they're so hairy.
That would be so satisfying for the reader.
Yes,
because and we also know that Tempe knows better, but if Tempe didn't know better and he's still playing that role about why are we talking about balls?
Come on, show him your hairy balls. Show him how hairy your balls are.
I love that idea so much. Where he's like kind of yelling at each other, and this fucking mercenary yells in, hey, show him your balls. Like, wait, what?
Oh, man. That'd be great. That definitely needs to be in the adaptation.
Yeah, 100%. That has to make its way in. And Dan gets a good laugh. Yeah, show him your balls, kid.
Shit. So great.